Hey, good morning, peace and blessings. I just want to continue what I usually make my content about: spiritual warfare and the correlation between narcissism and having demons attached to your vessel. You know, recently I've been making my videos, using spiritual exercise, using one word. Today's word is ignorance or ignorant, whatever variation. Ignorance is bliss. This world we live in is very demonic. It's a dark world. It's controlled by Freemasons. It's by demonic agendas. They are satanic agents. Narcissists are satanic agents, empty vessels, demon possessed. Because of the ignorance, of family upbringing, spiritual neglect. The society pushes you to practice sexual immorality. The ignorance in that is that you are literally setting yourself up to become a demonic vessel. By splitting your soul, by fragmenting your soul, by bonding with so many people by the age of 25, that your soul is fragmented in to thousands, sometimes maybe. That is the quickest way to become a demonic vessel. There are many ways which this society is preaching ignorance to get people to become demonic vessels. That is just one. This Baphomet, bisexual, you are your own God, Aleister Crowley-ish, mindset that these people live by. It is ignorant. No one is their own God. Because if you jump off a bridge right now, after having Baphometed, you are your own God, relations with a man, you're going to die. And you're either going to go to heaven or hell. You are not your own God. These women, divine feminine, and all this witchcraft, they're witches, but they're not gods. They teach you are a goddess. But you are the goddess of bisexual, insecure, Baphometed men. You are a low-value woman. You are a harlot. You are a Jezebel. And if you jump off a bridge, you cannot goddess yourself nowhere but heaven or hell. Ignorance. It is ignorant to discredit God, which this society teaches you to do, to blaspheme God, to discredit God, to blame God for your own selfish, sinful, demonic, ways. This is by design, yes. That this world is so blasphemous and demonic. The Matrix, Freemasonry programming, demonic programming. Our celebrities are all Freemasons, most likely, the top, especially the top echelon, the top elite, they're all Freemasons. The ones with the most influence over the masses. Because they want your kids to go to school, get a speech from a LB, spokesperson, go to lunch, go on their tablet, watch Lil Nas X, dance on the devil's, penis, come back, get a juice box and, some graham crackers, some homework with some orange. That's what they want. Freemasons, is a cult. And the Bible says cults are demonic. It seems to be cool to be in a cult now. So people are openly satanic. It's blasphemous. It's ignorance. If you're openly promoting a cult that is satanic, then that means you are openly signing yourself up for a ticket to hell. You do not care about your soul. You do not care about your family's souls. You do not care about the souls of your community. you want to fit in. You want to close your eyes to what is right and good. Turn away from God, his teachings, his boundaries, his doctrines. Follow theirs and go to hell along with them. Freemasons, these celebrities, they're very family orientated. They get their family, into everything that they do. As you see, they incorporate their families into every single thing demonic that they do, from young to their old. But children do not get to go to heaven along with their parents. These demonic people just want to warp everyone around them, shape everyone around them to be just as demonic as them so they don't feel out of place. That is the agenda. That is what these Freemasons are pushing. That is what America is pushing. That is what the world is pushing. They want everyone around them to be so demonic that they cannot feel out of place. That is the agenda. Whether it's your 2-year-old daughter with some horns, whether it's your 15-year-old son, whether it's your 65-year-old grandmother. They want everybody in this world to be demonic, or you don't, quote unquote, fit into with society. You're shunned by society. The Freemasons will gang stalk you. They will bother you. And if you are weak mentally, if you are prone to giving up, you will crumble. If you do not have God in your life, you will crumble. They understand that gang stalking and, bothering people, gossiping and, subliminally, all this demonic witchcraft that these people do, it's Googleable. It's Google researched things that I'm talking about. It is not, by any means left field. The man with the tinfoil hat type of behavior. Chosen ones have been activated across the globe for the kingdom of light. The kingdom of darkness had enough time to play since 2020, and demonic authorities were given more power. More vessels, more than ever, were being created in 2020 because it was marked the end times. Because the Freemasons gave social control to women, not realizing that they were Baphomet. So put women over men, which destroyed the biblical order of God. It marked times of the end. In 2020, it seemed like women were in control of men in society, at least socially. Not the president, not the, so it doesn't show, but socially, women are in power. That's ignorance. Women are delusional. Women go off of feelings more than logic. A woman will date 50,000 Baphometed men because of the attention they give her and how it makes her feel, rather than to find 3, good, God-serving young men to date and choose from. That is delusions. That is ignorance. That is who the Freemasons have given societal control to. A delusional creature by genetic makeup. And a creature that is over them because they're a Baphomet. They live a Aleister Crowley, you are your own God lifestyle, where they're bisexual. To their own ignorance, it backfired. To the blind eye, this world looks normal because it's demonic agendas. But everything in this world since 2020 is dark. They are counting on people to be ignorant, to not pay attention, to not give a rat's behind about the spiritual things and the parallels that are happening every day in this world. If you take a glimpse and give yourself 30 minutes to analyze certain things that's been happening in 2020 in this demonic world and parallel it to the Bible and how it describes the end times, you will understand where we are in society right now. We're in the end times, and this is not to push fear. I'm not fear mongering. I'm chosen. I'm the light of this world. I want people to get out of that spell of ignorance, to wake up spiritually. The only way to heaven is through Jesus Christ and his teachings and living a life that mirrors his. If you follow the Freemasons, you will go to hell with them. It is ignorance what they preach. They preach you're your own God. But if they crash their cars, the material things that they sought after so much in this life, they cannot save themselves. They will die. They're human. You know, these young women, they practice this dark witchcraft, this divine feminine. But if you crash your car on the highway, there is not a spell that you can chant. There is not a manifestation that you can say. There is not no makeup that you can put on. There is not a spell of witchcraft that you can conjure to save you from your vessel dying. You are not a goddess. You are a blasphemer, and you are ignorant of your own purpose, which is to glorify God as his vessel, as his child. People are ignorant in these times. People are narcissistic. Ignorance is bliss. People would rather be ignorant all the way to hell, to a burning damnation, than to try to do something different, to be different, to serve God. You know, when this society is preached, you know, the more people you sleep with, you know, in a sexual manner, you know, the more your social status goes. But that is demonic agendas. The more you sleep with people, the more you split your soul. Sex is a covenant between man and woman and God. The more you destroy those boundaries that God set upon us, the more you split your soul. Sex is a way to connect with your partner, with one partner, man and female, to fully bond, to emotionally bond, to spiritually bond for life. Humans are supposed to mate for life. But Freemasons understand that these young women are very impressionable. They go off of feelings. They love attention. They love attention more than God. And who's willing to give attention? That Joe Smo, you know, in his neighborhood, who just wants to do all the chicks, you know, because he's a closeted, narcissistic, bisexual man who truly wants to be a female. But females are very foolish. They will not run from the red flags of a man. They run towards them by demonic design, by demonic programming. And the Bible says in the end times, good will be evil, evil will be good. These women are designed to attract and are attracted to bisexual, effeminate, narcissistic losers, demonic men. It seems like the masses. It is the minority for a woman to be pure sexually, because everybody is demonically programmed to split their soul by the thousands by the time they're 40. That is demonic programming. That is ignorance. Do not be like the people of your society, of older generations that wish you to be like them. You know, I've watched people follow in the footsteps and the wrong decisions of people that they've seen fail spiritually in life and still continue to do the same. And then blame God. You know, these women dye their hair red in tribute to Satan. They practice divine feminine in tribute to Satan. You know, they manifest, which is demonic, in tribute to Satan. You know, they do all sorts of things in tribute to Satan. And when it gains them what they're actually looking for, demons, physical damnation before the spiritual, they blame God. That is ignorance. You cannot blame God if you're going to dye your hair as red as the devil's behind in tribute to Satan. You're a fool. You're ignorant. Do not let society's ignorance stop you from your purpose in life, which is to glorify God as his child. The men of our society are weak, they're effeminate, they're bisexual, they're narcissistic more than ever before. They let women control them. They're simps. They are turned from their purpose to be kings, to fill this world with wisdom, to be sexually pure, to have one wife and glorify God. They are taught to wear Crocs, play Call of Duty, be bisexual, be narcissistic, simp after low-value, harloted women. And you get you a nice car leased, and you are the man. That is ignorance. Do not let society's ignorance and the demonic programming that these Freemasons are pushing onto the masses deter you from your heavenly purpose, which is to glorify God, Yahweh, which is to mirror Jesus Christ, Yeshua's teachings, and get to heaven. This is the business of souls. Do not let your social group, do not let your societal group, do not let your work group, do not let your family deter you from getting your business straight with God. Because when this is all said and done and the rapture comes, many people will be heartbroken. And like I always say towards the end of my videos, cloak yourself with the armor of God. You know, become a prayer warrior, especially in these end times. Bolster your prayer regimen. Pray a lot. Pray frequently. But do not pray for the same things as well. Just pray over your food. Thank God constantly. Speak to God as if you speak to your own friend. But don't bother God. Don't pester God. Because God understands you. He watches you. He loves you. He knows that certain things you're going to pray for. Don't consistently pester God with the same prayer, but definitely talk to him as if you talk to your own friends. That is your connection with him, prayer. Pray for spiritual gifts. Gift of discernment. Wisdom in these ignorant times. These times where people wish to serve the servant, the devil, more than the creator, God. Times where people wish to run a fast marathon sprint to hell than walk a slow, steady, narrow path to heaven. And peace and blessings.